Alright, today I just want to talk about something real quick because I keep getting people asking me, why do you run more than 4 races in a career? Why are you running 4 races in a career? Super simple answer, because I'm getting more out of it than the losses that I could potentially take, right? On a high roll, I literally lose nothing. On a low roll, I get skin outbreak, a couple mood downs, and minus 30 stats. In one of these G1 races that I would be running 5 in a row for, I'm gaining 30 stats for one of those races. That's excluding the shop points and the shop items I can be getting to get even more stats in total. This schedule has me running 42 races. I'm getting 4,200 shop coins. By the time I'm at Classic Year, I should have a skin outbreak, a cure-all, something to deal with skin outbreak. I should have at least one cupcake, and even if I don't, it's the end of the year, and at late December, no matter what, I cannot get debuffs. So even if I'm at the Champions Cup, I take 2 mood downs, and I get minus 30 stats, and I get skin outbreak, right? I will not lose anything from doing this 5th race because it's late December. I can do it on 0 energy and lose nothing from it. And then I can use the next turn after that, which is usually a rest turn, to just gain everything back, right? Get my moods back up if I need to recreation, get my energy back up if I need to rest, buy some more items because the shop resets at late December as well. These are all things that are just super easily fixable, and you should have. If you're a senior year, if you're a classic year, and you don't have the items to fix it, and you are in a position where you're screwed, unfortunately, that is just a low roll. And as we know, the TrackBlazer scenario is very RNG, so you have to be okay with that because the gains you're going to get are so much bigger, right? People say, oh, well, I don't like it because I could get minus 30 skin outbreak, and then I'm just getting stats in a random place. Stats in a random place is only 5 different stat lines. You want all of your stat lines going up. You're still tapping your main 3 stat lines that you would want to tap: wit, speed, power, right? So those are obviously going to go up regardless. If we're worried about losing minus 30, right? The next shop, I could get 2 scrolls and gain back plus 30 stats in a place that I could potentially want, right? We shouldn't be tripping about the little things. Minus 30 stats, 10 from... It's not even a straight minus 30 stat from one specific stat. It's minus 10 from 3 different stats. That's nothing compared to the skill points I'm gaining for these 5 races, right? For each G1, I'm getting around 70 skill points anyways. 70, 70, 70, 70, 70. These 5 races are giving me like 350 skill points without even talking about any of the stats that I'm getting. 350. If I'm getting a guaranteed 350 by the end of Classic and Senior Year, that is 700 skill points that I'm getting. Okay, do you understand how many rating point that is? This could be the reason why you're not hitting UG, why you don't have enough skill points. I'm ending these careers with 28,000, 29,000 skill points sometimes, just because I'm able to fit in all of these G1s, right? We can't be scared of losing 10 in a few stats, right? When we're gaining those stats back by the end of that same turn usually. And if we don't get it by the end of the same turn, we're making it all back by late December because of the events that give you plus stats to everything at late December every year. We can't be worried about small little things like that. Oh, well, why are you running triple races when you don't have the protection on late December? Simple, because the worst I can get is a mood down and a skin outbreak, and that's still pretty rare to get both. And even if I do get both, those are both very fixable things that I don't have to deal with. I could just leave my mood at good or normal until I actually need it back in the summer. By the time I get back into the summer, you're probably going to get a mood up to fix the mood down you got from running 3 in a row, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chances on mood up effects from your cards, 3 chances from just getting a mood up from the race, all to just recover it without needing to do a single thing from running 3 in a row. If you're not at the bare minimum running 3 in a row in a single career, you're doing it wrong. Straight up. Like, if I didn't have 3 in a row in these, right? Let's do this as an example. You can already see I'm removing epithets. I'm removing stats. I'm literally removing stats. Now I have 33 races just because I didn't want to run 3 races in a row one time, right? 32 races. This is giving me a total of 36 races. That is a huge difference from 43, 42 races, right? I put these back in, and now I get the epithets, I get the stats, I get the skill points, I get the shop coins back from that. What happens if you're worried about, oh, well, there's nothing even good in my shop anyways? Next turn you get fast learner. You haven't been saving up because you haven't been doing a lot of races. Now you're screwed. There are very little cases where I see fast learner in the shop and I'm physically not able to buy it because I'm usually running enough races where I have at least some type of money to be able to afford the scholar's hat, right? Again, junior year, this is not a huge deal. Running 3 in a row isn't going to hurt you. You could even do 4 in a row at the end of junior year and get little to no repercussions for it. You're doing 3 races in a row, and then this essentially doesn't even count as a 4th race in a row unless you plan on doing 5 in a row the next one. This is literally like doing a normal race. I could have done 7 races before this and then done this as my 8th race. I would still be fine because late December, you don't get any debuffs. So even doing 4 at the end of junior year isn't even a big deal. What are you risking? A mood down? Maybe a skin outbreak, worst case scenario? Like, these are such little things that we can't be worried about when we're trying to get all of our stats up to a huge degree, right? Our stat growth is significantly bigger than Unity Cup, and that's because we're getting stats from everywhere we can. Right? We're taking advantage of the epithets that we can get, right? These are all of the epithets. These are all plus stats that I'm getting, right? Just for playing. I don't have to tap anything special. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is make sure I do my races. Then I'm getting all of these stats, right? Plus 20 stats, plus 20 stats, plus 30 stats, right? That's 70 stats, and I didn't even count any of the other ones. I didn't even count the stats that I gain from doing the G1s, right? I have a master cleat on one of these G1s. That's plus 20 stats just from the race, not even the events that come with the race, right? That's 30, 40 stats that I'm getting. That immediately outweighs the minus 30 that I'll get, right? And that's not even adding any of the epithet stats that I get, the shop coins that I get, the potential shop items I could be buying with those shop coins. It just does not matter. If we're worried about doing 5 races because, oh, I'm afraid of getting minus 30 on my stats, I don't want to get skin outbreak, then you're doing something wrong. Unfortunately, you're doing something wrong. Even if I can't run dirt races, right? I'm still trying to even just consider doing the 5 in a row because I still will get the shop coins that will help me later on, right? Maybe I can't do the Daisho 10. I do Arima Ken instead. Maybe I can't do, again, dirt races. Maybe I throw in the Stayer Stakes, right? Long race. This could be useful if you're running long. Sprint, medium, mile. These are all things that we can be doing. If I need the money, fuck it, I'll run a G3. The stats and the gains you're getting from between a G3 and a G2 are practically the same, if not the same, right? There's no difference doing this here. If you have the items to take care of potential skin outbreak, mood down, whatever, then it's worth it, right? In our careers, we want to be fitting in as many races as humanly possible. If we're doing under 35 races and then we're sitting here wondering why you can't hit SS plus UG, this is probably your reason why. I believe you when you say you can hit a good stat line that should be UG. What I don't believe is when people tell me that, I can hit UG so easily and I only run 32 races. Okay, and even if you can do that, which I have done as well, you're relying on fast learner and you're relying on maxing out at least 2 stats. We can hit UG with pathetic stats if we really wanted to, with the same fast learner and just a bunch of races done. Lots of skill points, right? And even if you're not trying to hit UG specifically, you just want to build a good racer, this is still going to help you out, because what makes a good racer? Is it a massive stat line, or is it the skills that come with that stat line? It's the skills that come with that stat line. I can have maxed out stats in all 5 of my stat lines, and I can still lose to anyone with good skills. If I don't have the skills to do these races properly, if I don't have the skill points to purchase those skills that I want, then what's even the point of building a big stat line, right? At that point, you're actually just making a UG for the sake of it. At least when I make a UG to make a UG, it has lots of skills, so there's a good parent potential to it. So if you're wondering why we run 3, 4, 5 races in a row, this is the reason why, okay? But anyways, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to make a quick answer as to why we run 5, 4, 3 races in a row during a career. And if you're not doing that, you need to start doing that, and you will see more consistency in your UMAs. Obviously, you can low roll and get something really shit out of doing maybe 4 races in a row, just racing more in general, obviously. But once again, this game started as an RNG game. TrackBlazer is an RNG scenario. We have to be okay with some RNG, but the way that we build more consistently is by controlling that RNG. And if there are ways to get guaranteed stat gains, then we take those every time, right? If all I have to worry about is my shop being good, then that's fine. All I have to worry about is my shop being good. I have lots of shop points to buy good items from the shop if the shop is good. If the shop is bad, at least I tried because I have lots of shop coins to cover for that. Sometimes I end junior year with an insane amount of shop coins just because everything was bad. But then early January hits, I get a full shop. I do 1 race after that. I get another few good items, and I've sold out. I've ran out of money because I've been able to spend it all, and then you're back on track, right? We can't be worried about the little things. We have to look at the bigger picture, right? Plus stats are plus stats. The reason why people are able to get UMA so strong and so high up in rank is because of these minimal stat gains. They're building the minimal stat gains over time, and those turn from +5, +1 stat into +20, into +40 stats, right? +40 stats could be the difference between you maxing and not maxing out a stat. Lock in.